Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing very well. Today we're working our way through your viewer requested questions. Today it's from Weeble, spelt with threes. Hey Cap, this is a little off topic, but have you guys ever tried landing a MiG-21 with the engine out? We've been talking on Reddit about how the fish bed uses blown flaps and they won't work under a certain throttle input. Apparently, the plane's manual says to eject before trying to land without the engine running. Just a thought, if you guys ever get caught up and looking for something to do, see if that's really modelled in DCS and see how well you can land with the engine off. Might be entertaining if it is. Hope you're all doing well. Right, so I don't really know much about these blown flaps in this case, but luckily our viewers do. Blown flaps or jet flaps are powered aerodynamic high-lift devices used on the wings of fast jets in the 1960s, including the F-101, the Blackburn Buccaneer, and certain versions of the MiG-21 like we've got today. And blown flaps use engine exhaust to increase their effectiveness. So, I don't know, I haven't researched this, but I'm guessing you're blowing air over the top of the flaps then to somehow increase their effectiveness. So, what we're saying here is we don't have that bleed air to send over the top of the surface, then the flaps aren't going to work very well, and we're going to fall out of the sky. My theory was that the flaps wouldn't be deployable because they might be hydraulic, but the guys have told me at least the gear is pneumatic, so it doesn't need the engine to run, and we're not sure about the flaps. Let's go and see whether we can land without an engine. Is it going to be modelled? Personally, I doubt it, because it doesn't feel like something that would be in the engine. Any predictions from you, RC, on whether that would affect us at all?
I'm not 100% convinced we want flaps out.
Oh, right. But RC, those wings generate no lift at 300 clicks.
That's true.
All right. Well,
point.
We've got an immediate argument
It's a
here.
balance, because you got to keep your speed up above 4.
Okay. Well, I think you will need flaps, and I think it's probably not modelled in DCS personally. But we'll see. I'm just going to try and land it like a normal MiG-21 at kind of 350 clicks per hour, relatively light, with the flaps down or just a little bit lower than that, and fingers crossed it should work. Stand by. First thing is, because obviously this thing has a 0 glide ratio, I need to get plenty of speed up. Runway's on the nose. Okay, I'm cutting the engine. Engine cut. I'm just purely just getting to the runway now. 800.
Keep that glide ratio.
Keep that glide ratio. I can already feel she's like a bloody stone. 700. I can still hear it windmilling a bit, which is a bit spooky. As soon as I put those flaps out, that speed is going to drop. I'm aware that I've got a massively steep approach here, but I think I prefer that in this case. Okay, flaps are coming down. Gear is coming down. Check they come down okay. And they have... Is that all the way flaps down? I think so. Right. I'm going to do a dive to conserve my energies. Make sure those flaps are all the way down. And they are. Are they working? I feel a bit like I'm dropping like a rock here, RC. That's how it feels. Oh, this is impossible. It's just going to drop, look. And I came in such a steep approach. No, it's just dropping, look. It's not working. The plane's not working.
I'm doing just fine.
What the hell did I do wrong then? Did I just come in too slow? So what speed are you going? You've got no flaps down. What the hell?
Nope.
As soon as I put those flaps down, it dropped out of the sky. Oh, see, that's better than your normal.
I didn't get my gear down.
Unbelievable. You can land better when you've got your engine off. And you've got no gear down. Okay. That was weird. Let me go and diagnostic purposes.
Here's what I did is I waited. I didn't do it right, but I was waiting to put my gear down to the last second.
Now I'm going to try with my engine on to see if... Oh, it's really hard to test though, RC, because you rely so much on the engine being on.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to try it with the engine on and see... Because she was dropping like a stone at 350 clicks, which is how I normally land.
But don't...
I get the feeling it may indeed be modelled.
You got to change your thinking, because now you have no engine, so you got to keep your speed up.
Yeah,
and
but...
the only way to do that is to keep your glide ratio.
Without the engines... well, we can do this by speed. Without the engine, she stalls at 350, okay? With the engines, let's see if I can keep at 350 and it not stall. I reckon it might be. I reckon they might be right. Those damn hoggeters and their big brains, RC. What are we going to do with them? Again, I'm aware that this is not proper approach, but it's just diagnostic purposes. Okay, gear dropping, flaps dropping. I'm going to get to 350 and see if she stalls. 350 with the engine on. It doesn't seem to be dropping at all like it was with the engine off. I think they might be onto something here. It's just flying happily at 300. That's perfectly easy, apart from the massive bounce. I'm going to try to guess again with the engine off. I think they might be right. Okay, so you've got your engines off. I wish it said it in kilometers an hour. I can't.
I'm about
450. You do so much better without the flaps on there. Nice. That was very good, Aussie. Right. I'm going to try again. That was with the engine off without flaps. Down. Right. Okay. So
till the very last minute.
I mean, that was a genuine engine off job, and he landed perfectly without any flaps. He just went fast, right? And you can go fast because it doesn't matter because you've got a great big parachute. I'm going to try it with flaps again because I just find it interesting.
Yeah. I'll try it again with flaps.
Yeah, and then I'm going to try it at the end. I'm going to try it without flaps. Right, off I go again. Right, massively aggressive airshow landing. Gear down. Flaps to full.
I actually land this better with the engine off.
I landed, but yeah. Well, no. I'm the other way around, actually. Right, I've got a little bit more speed this time. So let's see what happens at 350 with the flaps down and no engine. I think it's just going to drop. It's just impossible. It's impossible. You can't land with flaps with the engine off. It loses speed so quickly, you'd have to remove the engine literally at the threshold. Punching out.
No flaps, no gear yet. But I'm going to put gear down now.
Put gear down and put your flaps down when you're ready to fall. And I'm going to show you the pain.
At 500 now.
Okay, flaps down. That's flaps down speed.
Flaps down.
Yep, they're only down a half. Make sure they're at full. They may be speed dependent. Okay, they're full. Right, now watch the pain, RC. It just drops.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, you had to put... You sort of jammed it.
Yeah.
Wow, you actually landed it.
I'm alive.
How did you feel about that, RC?
It felt really bad with the flaps down.
It is, doesn't it? It makes it worse. Right, I'm going to try it once more without the flaps, because it looks like that's the best way to land it. Now, one of the things about having the flaps down is that you're limited to speed. You physically have to go lower than 500 clicks per hour to have the flaps down. So, whereas without the flaps, I can go as fast as I want. I can come in there like a rocket and rely on, resistance and the parachute to slow me down. Engine off. Yeah, so I see what you mean. You've got to put your gear down at the last for a minute, haven't you? Last second.
Yeah, so an Iron Wolf makes a good point. If you're already lined up, it's easy. But what if we weren't lined up?
Roger. Well, the thing is, there's so many variables.
You gotta make turns. You're at bleed speed.
Well, you're dead then, aren't you? You're dead then, aren't you?
Yeah, which is why you want to punch out.
I can't remember what the gear down safe speed is, but fuck it, I'm doing it.
Just doesn't matter.
I came in a bit hot. I came in a bit hot. Parachute, save me! Parachute, save me!
Oh my gosh.
Don't you worry.
How fast are you going?
You worry too much. Parachute, come out. Oh shit, this ain't gonna... restart the engine! Oh, this isn't gonna end well, RC. Quick, jump out. God, I can't even open the canopy in this fucking aeroplane. Okay, we're along for the ride, RC. We're along for the ride. Oh, that hurt.
Brakes.
I'm fine, RC. You worry too much about these things. Oh, my stomach. Super gap to space. Okay, I was a bit fast, I admit it.
Here we go.
What are you landing at here?
500. Kind of hover
nice, nice.
But touchdown at 4.
Honestly, you're not the best combat pilot in the world, but you do have some skills in there. I can tell you've flown a real plane. You did it with flaps. Was that half or full? I think it must have been half because of your speed.
Full.
It's full.
Oh,
So you
no, it's
just
full.
so you just did it by going really fast with full flaps, yeah?
Yeah, and I did it the last minute. Flaps, I did it just before I landed.
Interesting. The other thing, you'd have to manage your, if you're up at 40,000 feet, you glide your way down, but you've got to manage your speed so well, because you've got to keep all the energy you can, but not come in too fast. It's not an easy one, is it? Right, I'm going to try... I don't know what I'm trying. I'm just going to try whatever feels right. Right, keep fast, Cap, keep fast, Cap, keep fast, Cap, keep fast. Engine off. I'm going to dive in like a bloody... crazy man. Don't slow down, don't slow down, don't slow down, don't slow down, don't slow down. Look, I'm still slowing down.
Yeah,
It's unbelievable.
Right.
Gear down. Flaps down.
At least 20
And
seconds
up,
ago.
up. I can do it, I'll say I can do it, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't retrim, I didn't retrim. Ah! Wow. You would never want to do that in real life, but that was actually a pretty good landing. Look, I didn't even burst a tyre.
You're going to be a little shorter when you get out of that plane, but you'll be alright.
Okay. It seems absolutely true. The flaps just don't work. They give all the disadvantages of flaps, which is massive drag. In this case, obviously, it is a disadvantage. But they give none of the pros. They just don't increase your lift like they would normally. So it appears the blown flaps, which I didn't realise was a thing in the way they work with the engine, appears to be model. Again, I can't be absolutely sure of that because there's complex dynamics here. When you add the engine in, you're really messing around with the physics there. So I don't really know for sure, but that's how it feels. That said, it is pretty easy to land, assuming you've got a lot of energy, which is unlikely if you've lost an engine. But assuming you did have energy, then you can come in and, at least in DCS, it's relatively easy to land without flaps in this case because you don't get that excessive drag of the flaps, which is the real killer. And the reason this is unlikely is because if you were coming in with your engine on, the only place this would actually work is if you were up really high at cruising altitude, you lost your flaps, you lost your engine, sorry, and then you could come down and manage your energy. You can come in energy high. If you came on any normal type of approach and that engine went, you couldn't retain the energy, could you? In the thing, it would just drop. So if you were in a circuit or anything, you're dead. Absolutely. So the real advice of punching out is absolutely right. If you came from an advantage situation of being energy high, being up high, and you could come down and control everything, then you can, as long as you don't use the flaps and you land like a bloody crazy man, land like a rocket. That's how it feels to me. Got no data on it, but anything you want to add to that, RC?
We put ourselves in the ideal conditions to be able to do it. Otherwise, you're right. Nope. We're gonna make it.
Just drop. Well, that's what we've got. Hope it was useful. See you later.